This month's model up for review is a real gem. It's the latest release from Hornby of their brilliant A4 Pacifics, and this time it's in the Silver Jubilee collection, and this has been released this week to mark the 80th anniversary of the Silver Jubilee services. It's a 4 loco set, costing around about £580. However, Hattons were selling them individually, and at the time when they were announced I put a pre-order on the Silver Fox, which is running number 2512, and it arrived this week, and I'm going to have a look at it and give you my thoughts on it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Any comments, as always, I look forward to hearing from you. I'm just going to have a quick look at the packaging. This is Hornby's latest packaging design, and certainly for the steam locos it's replaced the polystyrene kind of the shell that you used to get. It's a lot easier to get into, and it's a lot quicker to get the loco out and put away, and there's no tissue paper etc. to get in the way. Everything comes neatly packed, including the spare wheel and the valve. You see there the valve gear if you wish to add that, and yeah, it's a lot easier to access. I got the model out there in 10-15 seconds, and yeah, I'm impressed with the new packaging, so thumbs up there, Hornby. Before I wax lyrical about the actual locomotive sitting in front of us, I'll give you a bit of background as to how it came to be that there was silver painted A4s on the rails. It started in 1935, and at the LNER Doncaster Works, the locos were outshopped specifically to haul express passenger services between King's Cross and Newcastle, and they featured streamlined coaches as well as the locomotive, and the service was named the Silver Jubilee, and this was in commemoration of the 25th anniversary of the reign of King George V, which was in the same year of 1935. The first A4 in the chain was called Silver Link, followed by Quicksilver, then Silver King, and then the one that's in front of you now, Silver Fox. They had grey matching coaches to run their services from King's Cross to Newcastle, and this ran up until the outbreak of the Second World War. Unfortunately, the services weren't reinstated after the war, so the locos were never seen in this livery again. The Hornby A4 Pacific is really a feast for the eyes. Hornby have done such a great job of retooling this in the early 2000s, and it's a model that catches the eye in so many ways when you look at it and you get up close to it. And this is my third one. I've got Mallard, I've got Union in South Africa, and now I've got this one. The detail on it is exquisite. You've got the coupling links here, pipe work, it's sprung buffered. This has got the side valances on it, and this little detail here, just the end of the paintbrush, that is the crank for opening up the hood, if you like, to get into the front of the locomotive. Because remember, it's a streamlined casing, it covers all the usual goings on that a normal steam engine does have. So this door was being able to open to maintain the locomotive at the depots. This particular one is a single funnel design, and it's got the chime whistle there, and with lamp irons at the front and on the sloped nose there. It's painted in a lovely two-tone grey, with the dark grey on the valance there and the light silvery grey above, and it's kind of got the standard A4 mallard type black nose on it as well, which really sets off the grey in my opinion. One thing about the Silver Fox, which differs from the other three in the range, is that this one has silver handrails and pipework and boiler bands and railings along in the tender and at the cab as well. So it really is the most eye-catching, I feel, out of the four. If I turn you to the side there, you'll see what I mean by the silver. The silver really stands out against the black here. The other three are just painted the same colour as the boiler, while they look lovely as well. I just feel that the Silver Fox, it really is a special looking loco. Moving along to the cab and the tender. The detail in the cab is exquisite. I've not uncoupled it, but hopefully you can see some of the pipe work in there, just as you would normally get on a Hornby A4. This one actually came coupled together, and it's got a foam kind of block in there to keep it straight. I've not uncoupled it yet. It's close coupled, so if I did any running on tighter radiuses, this would the tender would foul the loco, so obviously it'd have to be opened up a wee bit for running. The last A4s I bought were part of the Great Goodbye limited edition 6 set, and I feel that the quality of manufacture in this one is vastly improved. The Great Goodbye set were plagued with poorly aligned transfers and paintwork issues and just general tidiness of the mouldings. They've been taken off the spruces and they've not been filed down, and there was rough bits and stuff. I was lucky with my Union of South Africa, but there was a lot of people had issues with just the standard of finish, which was a real shame. The LNER is picked out in the metallic silver, which is nice against the grey actually, and obviously the shadow effect that the LNER put on their locos is picked out in the dark grey. This is a tendered, a corridor tendered, sorry, A4. So it's got high detail at the end there, steps, the wee window at the top right. Again, the rails are picked out in silver. They haven't been painted silver, it's just the bare silver handrails that you would put on, so they're not being painted, they're actually metallic, they're actually metal finished, they're not metallic painted. The coal can come out of the tender, but obviously it comes like that, and you've got the standard details here. You've got the air vents on the roof and the cab, 2 at the front and 2 at the back each side, and you've got, as I said before, you've got the single funnel, which is unlike my other two. They're both double funneled. This particular loco actually was scrapped in 1963, so it never made it into preservation, which is a real shame that nobody thought about keeping one of these locos and restoring it to its former glory. But yeah, I really am impressed by this. You can knock Hornby for a lot, and I have recently, especially with my Class 50 issue regarding build quality. Well, my original Class 50 I had to get a replacement, but they seem to have, the factory that seemed to produce this has done a better job than the people who put the Class 50 together. But yeah, credit where's credit's due. If anyone else has got one of the Jubilee set, I'd be interested to hear from you, see what your thoughts are on the latest release. I think Hornby have kind of started to saturate the market a wee bit with A4s. I can see them having a little break from the Hornby catalogue, because last year you had 2 sets of limited edition Great Goodbye and the Great Gatherings, and now you've got the Jubilee. And I couldn't have justified to buy 4 of these silver ones, but one's enough. One thing I have noticed with the latest release of this A4 is in the coupling from the tender to the main loco. I was trying to get this bit of foam out from between the two, which is obviously there for transit purposes, and the old A4s, they just had a kind of a long leg on the tender, and the coupling rod, for use of a better word, just kind of hooked onto that, and there was obviously variations with the holes for distances. This one was actually screwed on at both ends, so they've I've replaced it with a screw finish as opposed to just the tapered peg. I don't know why, but I don't think it'll make much difference. One thing I didn't notice that until obviously I'd gone to take the foam out.